Confession time, the video that I originally had scheduled for tonight did not get completed in time. This is for a number of factors. Number one, I just got so damn sick of making butterflies. Number two, I will discuss in a little bit more detail in a moment. But the main reason, the big one, is that I've just been dealing with a lot of pain these last few weeks. As we transition from the hot summer weather into the cooler autumn weather, that fluctuation in temperature just wreaks absolute havoc on my chronic pain. So I have been out of commission for the majority of the last few weeks. To try and put a positive spin on that, one good thing that came from it is as I was, laying in bed trying to deal with my pain flares, I ended up watching a lot of crafting and crochet content, and in that I came across some new crochet channels. So what I thought I would do today in lieu of the video that was supposed to be released is share those with you, but I'm also going to be sharing a few channels that I've been subscribed to for a while. So hopefully in sharing these channels, I'm going to introduce all of you to new content creators, and you'll be able to check out their work and subscribe to them if you enjoy it. So that is just going to be the goal today. Very chill, very laid back. I don't have the energy for anything else, if I'm being honest. Before we get to my list of crochet creators, there is one point I want to touch on. I have made a video like this in the past. I will put that down in the description if you're interested. But in that video, I made it clear that I was only going to be sharing channels that had under 100k subscribers, and I'm going to be doing the same in this video as well. I mean, I'm a small channel. I want to share other small channels, and the big names in the crochet YouTube space, well, they're big names for a reason. I wanted to make this clear from the start because in that previous video that I mentioned, there were a small minority of people that got upsetty spaghetti that I didn't include specific creators. So now you know that I'm only going to include those that have under 100k subs. You are more than welcome to share your list of favorite creators down in the comments. Go ahead and do that. But just so everyone is aware, I am keeping this list to smaller channels. And now that I've completed that entire spiel, I'm going to be a massive hypocrite and break my own rule, but I have a reason, I promise. The first channel that I want to share with you all today is Complicated Knots. This is for a couple of reasons. Number one, Complicated Knots is just a fantastic channel, which I think everyone should be subscribed to anyway. But the two of us have been working on a project since the start of the year. This has been months worth of work. The first video of that project will be available on her channel next week, and then the second video is going to be available on mine on the following day. I know some of you are kind of aware of what I'm talking about. I have mentioned this challenge before, but just so you know, that should be released next week, starting on Complicated Knots channel. So make sure you go and subscribe to her. But now that that is out of the way, we're going to dive headfirst into the actual list, the official list. All right, I'm going to try and keep this fairly brief. I think in the last video I did ramble on a little bit, so I'm going to try and keep this a little bit shorter. I'm going to let you discover these channels for yourself so you can go and check them out. And also, if I do that, I'm probably going to be able to share more channels than I did last time. So the first channel on my list is Cactus Lady Creation. And this channel it's sort of a variety kind of channel. There's a mixture of like tutorials, pattern guides, thrift flips, and crochet with me style videos. You'll find that is a theme with a lot of the channels that I gravitate towards. I do enjoy ones that have different like subgenres of crochet content on them. So if you would like to check out Cactus Lady Creations channel, or any of the channels mentioned in this video for that matter, all of the links will be down in the description. I am also going to be giving a video recommendation from each channel that I mentioned, just one that I really enjoyed or resonated with me, and that video from Cactus Lady Creation is called The Dark Side of Commercializing Crochet and the Rise of Fake Crochet. I found that to be a really engaging video, so I would highly recommend that you check that one out. We're only like 5 minutes into the video and already my throat is sore. Number 2 on my list of crochet channels is Naughty Bear Crochet. This is a channel that I only discovered fairly recently, and I made my way through the majority of their content over my convalescence the last couple of weeks. The Naughty Bear channel tends to lean more towards like crochet and chat or vlog styled videos. So if that resonates with you, I would recommend checking that out. My recommendation for this channel though is going to be I gotta get this right. I've written it down. I've got to make sure I get the name right. The Maeve Acorn Mouse tutorial. I just think when I first saw this on the channel page, I thought it was so adorable. I mean, look at it. It's a little mouse that is shaped like an acorn. perfection. So while it does seem to be a bit of a departure from the rest of the style of videos on this channel, I'm still going to recommend it anyway, because as I said, it's just bloody cute. Once more, all links will be down in the description, but carrying on to the third crochet creator in this series, that is 321 Crochet. This channel also has a lot of videos that fall into the vlog genre, but they also do a lot of market prep. And it's kind of funny, I really have zero interest in markets myself. I'm not interested in setting one up or selling at them, but I do enjoy watching market videos, whether that is crocheting stock for a market, talking about the results of the market. I found myself watching a lot of those videos recently. And I don't know why, as I said, I'm not going to be doing a market myself, but still it is interesting to see other perspectives, I think. So my video recommendation from 321 Crochet is Week of Crochet Market Prepping Struggles Vlog. And then number 4 on my list is Lucy Kate Crochet. And how I found this channel is through, it was a tips and tricks kind of video. I think it was one related to amigurumi. It was a little while ago, so I can't quite remember the specific video. But once I had a look through the rest of the channel, I found that they did have a lot of videos that fall into that category. Tips and tricks to help out crocheters, I think, no matter your skill level. So if that interests you, I would highly recommend this channel. And the recommendation I'm going to give for Lucy Kate Crochet is, I've got to look at the screen for the most of these recommendations because the video titles can be quite lengthy, but the one I'm recommending now is Amigurumi is Not Boring, 10 Reasons Why It's the Best Way to Crochet. I mean, obviously, I disagree with that. And I have to ask, who thinks amigurumi is boring? I mean, of course, I'm sure there's some people who don't particularly like it. There's certainly things that I don't want to crochet, but I can't relate to that one at all, unfortunately. And then moving on to number 5, and that is Cinema Knits. Cinema Knits is another one that I've come across fairly recently, and I'm very glad I did. On the sort of crochet to knitting spectrum, I do think they fall more towards the knitting end of that, but a lot of what they discuss, it can also be like applicable to crochet. But the video I'm going to recommend from their channel is actually their latest video as of filming this, and that is called The Knitting Pattern Iceberg, Consumerism, Side Hustles, and the Death of Hobbies. Incredibly interesting video, and again, though knitting is in the title, it's very much applicable to crochet and the crochet community as well. And not trying to tell anyone what content they must make, but I am personally hoping that Cinema Knits puts out more deep dive kind of videos because I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Moving on to channel 6, and that is the Crochetniacs. This is another channel that could kind of fall under the umbrella of variety channel. There's a lot of different things available here. There is vlogs, there's patterns and tutorials, hack videos. I'm looking at a yarn organization hack right now. So there's a lot of stuff to sink your teeth into here. And the video that I'm going to recommend from this channel is called 10 TV series to watch. And I'm recommending that just because I thought it was a really unique idea. I don't think I've ever seen a crochet video on that or like a similar topic before. So yeah, I'm going to recommend that one. If I had to pick a TV show to crochet to, I don't know, I'm not really much of a consumer of television shows or streaming shows as they probably call now. I'd probably pick something like Avatar: The Last Airbender because that's one of my favorite TV shows, but I think I'd be too invested in the story, even though I know it by heart, to fully concentrate on my crochet. So it might not be a good idea to watch that while I'm crocheting. My preferred crochet background noise is definitely YouTube videos, mostly gaming videos, but there's a lot of like essays, commentaries, even political stuff thrown in there. But watching that now just makes me both sad and angry, so I try not to do the YouTube equivalent of doom scrolling too much. On that happy note, let's move on to channel number 7, and this channel is Niche Crochet, and they are the creator of the Will at Rat series, and that's going to be my recommendation too because I adore this Will at Rat series. If I had to pick a favorite Will at Rat video, it's a bit difficult, but I might go the tinsel rat. That might just be my favorite, but they're all fantastic videos. So please go and check out Niche Crochet's channel, as well as the Willet Rat series. And then we're going to roll on into channel number 8, and that is Mel's Yarniverse. This is another channel that I would kind of classify as a variety channel. They've got crochet and chat feeds, yarn reviews, that sort of thing. But what I find myself, gravitating towards more are their thrifting videos. I absolutely love going to op shops and thrifting, but unfortunately, due to my mobility issues, I don't get to physically do that all that often. So I get to live vicariously through people like Mel's Yarniverse. She has a lot of thrifting videos, and it's really fantastic because she's here in Australia as well. So I get to see our Aussie thrift shops in all their glory. But that is the content I really enjoy from her channel. Not only thrifting, but doing thrift flips as well. And now the video that I'm going to recommend from Mel's Yarniverse is actually not a single video at all. I am going to recommend the entire op shopping or thrifting playlist. So please go and check that out if you're like me and you enjoy thrifty content. Then at number 9, we have the Faded Wildflower Crochet. What I really enjoy about this channel is all the kit testing and the yarn reviews. As someone who doesn't really dabble in crochet kits all that much, the couple that I have been Christmas presents, or I think I've got 1 or 2 currently that I found at an op shop. So I don't really go out of my way to purchase crochet kits. This is kind of like the market prep situation. Even though it's something that I don't really do personally, it is something that I enjoy consuming content on. So the video that I'm going to recommend from the Faded Wildflower Crochet's channel is called Let's Try to Crochet a Plushie with a Big Twist Favorite Faux Fur Yarn, in brackets, this was a struggle. And the reason I'm sharing this particular video is that I'm glad I'm not alone, because I tried using faux fur yarn as well and I loathed it. I hated it. So I'm recommending this video out of solidarity. And then at number 10, we have the Grace Face Creates channel. And this channel is kind of a mix of tutorials and vlogs. Where was I up to? I just spent 10 minutes having a coughing fit. Okay, let's get back into it. So I was talking about the Grace Face Creates channel, and the video that I'm going to recommend from this channel is a project that is actually on my incredibly long to make list, and that is called the Hooded Nightmare Cardigan, a crochet tutorial by Grace Face Creates. And I think if I click over to the videos tab, yeah, that's actually their most recent video as well. So I would like to make that one day. I kind of like the style of that jacket. When I'll get around to it, I have no bloody idea, but it's on my crochet playlist anyway. And then the 11th channel that I would like to recommend is called Amy of Melbourne. This is more of a mixed craft channel, I would say. There is definitely crochet sprinkled throughout, but it's certainly not the main focus. And the video I'm going to recommend from this channel is called How Crafting Became a Form of Public Activism and Protest. Being honest, I've probably watched this video 5 times. I just find it incredibly well done and interesting, so I would highly recommend that you go and watch that one. And then we're going to move on to channel number 12, which is called Breathing Yarn. This is another channel that I kind of find difficult to describe in just 1 or 2 adjectives. It does lean in more towards the knit end of the spectrum, like with Cinnamon Knits did before, but there is crochet content on there as well. I like the sort of relaxed kind of vibes and just the casual sit down and chat style videos. The one video that I am going to recommend from the Breathing Yarn channel is called Improvising a Crochet Swimsuit Cover Up, a Story of Insecurity. And scrolling down to my last few recommendations, we are nearing the finish line now, but the 13th channel that I would like to recommend is called Crochet Me Zaddy. This is a more vlog heavy video, especially in recent times, but there are other styles of video on this channel, including like tutorials and challenges. Speaking of which, the video that I'm going to recommend for this channel is How Much Can I Crochet in 1 Hour? I love myself a good crochet challenge video. Maybe that's why I make so many. That's definitely why I make so many. And then moving on to recommendation 14, and that is Woodvale Lane. This is another channel I've only found recently, and I'm really glad I did. They have a mix of tutorials, pattern reviews and more of the sit down and chat style videos. The one that I'm going to recommend for you here today is, hang on, I accidentally switched tabs, give me a sec. But the one I'm going to recommend today is the most recent video, and that is called My First Crochet Projects Were a Disaster. Let's relive the chaos. And I really like this video because I think it's important to share that we don't all start out making masterpieces, and even after you've been crocheting for a while, you do fail. I think it's good to be upfront and transparent about that, especially on platforms like YouTube and other social media. So I really enjoyed that video. Highly recommend you go and give it a watch. And while you bookmark that, I'm going to introduce us to our 15th and final recommendation for today, and that is Blondie Knots. This is yet another channel that I'm tempted to just describe as a variety channel because they've got vlog style videos, but also reviews and pattern guides, a nice mix of things going on the Blondie Knots channel. The video that I'm going to recommend though is called Crochet Flip, taking an old project and making it better. And sort of in the same vein of the recommendation from the previous channel, Woodvale Lane, I really like the idea of taking an older project that you're perhaps not 100% happy with, or perhaps your skill level wasn't quite up to the task at the time of creating it, and then flipping it and turning it into something that you really love or you'll get some use out of. I think that is a great idea. So that is why that video is my recommendation from the Blondie Knots channel. And that is all the channels that I'm going to recommend here today. We actually did 5 more than the previous version, so I'm hoping this video won't be too long. Keeping in mind that we also have to do, and today's featured creator on the hookup is Karolyn, or Yarning Problem, and she says, I have been crocheting for most of my life, trying to thrive on custom crochet creations. I specialize in wearables, but dabble in most all crochet. So if you would like to check out the crochet that Yarning Problem dabbles in, all of her links will be down in the description. Also in the description is a link to the hookup form if you would like to apply for yourself. And that is really all I have to do today. I don't have a project that I need to critique or give my final thoughts about, at least not yet. I've got about, 600 additional butterflies I need to crochet before this thing next to me is finished. Honestly, I am so sick of butterflies at this point. I never thought I'd say that because butterflies are beautiful and amazing, but I'm getting a little bit sick of them. Just lastly, I want to say thank you to all of the channels that I've recommended today for keeping me company while I was stuck in bed recovering. Those who can't do watch, so I appreciate all those creators for putting their content out there for me to consume and enjoy. Please go check them all out. And also, if you have any recommendations of your own, please put them down in the comments. I am always on the lookout for new channels to subscribe to, so just pop them down there. Thank you all for watching today. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think it's worth sharing. And I will see you in the next one. And remember, the next one is going to be the project I'm working on with Complicated Knots. So you want to head over to her channel and subscribe as well if you're not already. You should be already, but if you're not, please go do it.